What's up, everybody? I'm Damon Hatfield. I'm here with IGN's editor-in-chief, Casey Lynch.
What's up, guys?
We're looking at the latest trailer for Tomb Raider. Now, this trailer is 3 minutes long. About the first minute is recycled footage that we've seen before, mostly from the E3 trailer. But you really get into a lot of new stuff starting about the 1 minute mark. But what we see here in the very beginning is this radio tower that Lara is trying to get to the top of because she's trying to send out an SOS, a distress signal, because they're obviously shipwrecked on this planet, and she can get the best, the best range up here at the top of that tower.
And she's shipwrecked on the island, which
Yes.
is on a planet.
Which is on a planet?
Yeah, you said she's shipwrecked on a planet.
Oh, well. That's, I guess technically, aren't we all, Casey? I was trying to make a very
yeah, that was
deep comment there.
Deep thoughts.
So right here, coming up about the minute mark, let's jump ahead to about the 58 second here. She gets a call. She's talking to her friend on her walkie-talkie here. Her friend's name is Sam. Sam has been kidnapped by the evil people, the island dwellers here, and she's trying to get down to this Japanese temple way down there where her friend Sam is being held. So a lot of the scenes in this trailer you're going to see are that temple. Here she's way up high. She makes her way eventually in the game all the way down there to that temple. You can see she's got her shotgun strapped to her back here. At about the 1 minute 7 second mark here, we get a pretty good look, a good example of the game's lighting here. There are some stealth sections that she jumps through. There you go. Oh, it's nice, very nice. Isn't that pretty? There you go.
Very pretty. Lots of lights.
She's really hardcore with her bow.
She is. She's definitely into the bow and arrow here. We're also going to see a bunch of different versions of this bow. We know that there's an upgrade system, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But
yeah, this is actually, you get your first glimpse of the ropes around the tree in the distance right here. We'll get to show you exactly how those are used later on in the trailer, but you'll see those all throughout the game. You'll actually start to see them pop up before you can do anything with them. So when she gets to upgrade her bow, you'll want to sort of backtrack and revisit those locations and see where they give you access to now.
what happens when she gets to upgrade her bro?
Well, then you can do all sorts of things with your bro. But speaking of upgrading, here you can see she's got her fire arrows here that she can use to cause all sorts of cool explosions. And something I just noticed here when I was looking at the trailer, let's see if we can jump back here. When she shoots her bow, there's this effect, this sort of like warbly effect that happens on the screen here.
Oh yeah.
And I noticed that later on in the trailer too when she shoots her bow again. I guess it's just a visual effect that happens every time she shoots her bow. Kind of cool.
She's powerful.
Yeah. Here at the 18-second mark, you get sort of an example of some of the climbing that she does. She'll be doing this a lot throughout the game. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, when she actually gets over to this guy, the little quick time event, you can pull him off the ledge.
Correct. And we've seen that before, actually.
Yeah. And that is, again, the outside the temple that she was, where her friend is being held, that she's trying to make her way down to. Here in the water, something that, Casey, you and I have seen a lot of the game.
And played it.
Yeah, and there are sort of these, they're not shown here, but they're sort of death animations for Lara.
Yes.
Like in Resident Evil or in Dead Space. This is actually a pretty gruesome game, and in sections like this, that while you're controlling Lara, as she goes down the waterfall there, if you mess up, she can die, and we will not spoil it here, but it's a particularly gruesome one that happens right there.
Yeah, and there's others that we've seen too. There's
exactly
without being really spoilerific. There's impaling. I mean, it's pretty bad.
super gory. Then this sequence we all saw at the E3 trailer.
Yes,
it's very cool stuff. But we can skip ahead to the next sort of new bit at about
more fancy lighting there for you.
I know, very nice lighting. But when they won 56 point, here she's made her way over into the temple again. This temple is exploding now. Everything's going to hell all around her. Then you can see she also uses her climbing axe can also be used as a weapon, right? As we can see right here. And this trailer has been edited very cleverly to remove these more gruesome points, but like here she's embedding this axe in this guy's head. And the trailer cuts to black as soon as it hits, but then when it comes back, you know, she throws him on the ground, and you can see he's got a hole in his head there now.
Just a little indent.
Yeah, so they took it out. You know, this was shown on TV. It was a family program during the VGAs.
Yeah.
But again, this is a very, very gruesome game.
It's a mature game.
Probably coming to the rescue here.
Yeah, somebody was up on a radio tower not too long ago.
Yeah, exactly. But they just can't catch a break, obviously.
Yeah.
The plane crashes, and Lara has to run towards the camera, which she does a lot during the game.
She does,
actually.
yeah.
There's lots of running towards the camera.
It's pretty hip these days.
Yeah.
But, you know, if the plane had landed and picked her up, you know, that it'd be a short game.
It wouldn't be much of a game.
Yeah.
But coming up next, we do get to finally see the rope arrow, this upgrade for her bow. And actually, once here, you can actually see, again, there's that sort of effect, that warbly effect,
right,
when she shoots her bow. So the rope arrow can be used in all sorts of physics ways.
So here she shot the post, she's pulled it out, and the guys are going to fall and die. You can also use it to attach to areas that are either higher or lower to you and kind of zip line or climb up. So it's used for traversal as well.
Totally. And like so that hanging the boxes are sort of wrapped up in that rope next to this cabin on stilts. I think also you could grab that, pull it back, and then use it to probably knock over the cabin there as well.
Yeah, and you can also use it in some instances for puzzling as well, as we saw in a totally different section of the game where you're going to use it to create momentum and move stuff.
Yeah. And in this little clip, she's picked up a rock to hit this guy with. She's not even going to use her bow or a gun or anything. I don't know. I don't know if that may be like an animated sequence that you're not actually playing. I cannot confirm whether or not you actually use rocks in gameplay.
We have not seen it used as a weapon.
Yeah. And then, since this is a video game trailer right here at the 2:15-second mark, you get some wub-wubs. Just some slight little wub-wubs in there. It's actually it's a requirement in video game trailers.
Nowadays, correct.
Yeah.
Sometimes you've got to make sacrifices.
Here at the 2:20 mark. Oh, yeah. Here you can see as she's being fired on, this machine gun fire is coming in, and we could see some environmental destruction. They chip away at the wall there.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Then right here, in this kill, they're doing this whole editing thing where they cut to black. But here, she's not even going to worry about putting the bow or the arrow in her bow.
Right.
She's just going to stab the guy with the arrow.
In the face or in the neck, preferably, because that's the sort of preferred way of...
That's where the arrow goes.
Yeah, the arrow and knives, they all go in necks.
Yeah.
There's no other choice.
Some very key players in this story are revealed right here at the end of the trailer. This gentleman, who she just got the attention of, he's standing there with his friend. She shoots the arrow. Take him out. He turns around. This is our bad guy. His name escapes me right now, but he's sort of the leader of the locals, the
others.
Yeah, the others, if you will. He's the guy that's sort of he has kidnapped your friend Sam. He's leading all the bad guys here. You want to watch out for him. And then probably the biggest reveal of this trailer is right here. Here we see a demon. So this is the first time that we've had confirmation that there is some sort of supernatural element to the new Tomb Raider.
Right. And we weren't sure coming into it. There typically is some supernatural twist.
Traditionally in Tomb Raider, yes.
Yes.
But, we knew that they were going for something a little bit more realistic maybe for this, reboot of the game. So this is the first confirmation that we have that there will be some sort of supernatural element, monsters, if you will. This island is off the coast of Japan. Oni is the Japanese word for demon. And these are this is at least one example of the Oni on this island. That's the latest trailer for Tomb Raider. It's out on March 5th, 2013. And we have lots of more Tomb Raider content going up this week. Stay tuned, IGN.